Alright guys, so we're back in my garage, but we're gonna go ahead and actually turn these two poles into fluorescent poles, so where they glow in the dark when I'm catfishing. So I'm gonna go ahead, I actually got one of these sanded down already. I don't know if you could tell, maybe you can see a little bit on my fingers, but I'm actually gonna go ahead and sandpaper this one, sand it down a little bit, take off that clear coat, and then go ahead and throw a coat of primer, probably like two coats. And then after that, then go ahead and apply my fluorescent. But I'm gonna let it dry first. I'm gonna go ahead and sand this down and I'll get back to you. All right, so I got them all sanded down and I didn't have painter's tape, so I just used some clear box tape that I got and covered the eyelets and the handle, of course. And I'm gonna go ahead and spray a couple coats of primer. So let's do this. And just a couple sprays. Oh, okay, I already did one coat. I'm gonna wait for however long this takes to dry for a little bit, and then I'm gonna add a second coat. All right, guys, it's actually the next day. I went ahead and primed it last night. As you can see, I actually skipped ahead. I kind of forgot that I was recording the video. I was kind of in a rush. I was excited to do this. But I'm not doing this perfectly. Like, I'm basically just doing this, the ghetto cheap version. I'm gonna do this real quick. I don't got money for supplies except for a couple cans of paint, except if you just need to buy them. So I'm not going with no painter's tape around. Like, I'm not doing nothing special. As you see, I got a bunch of fucking shit. I didn't do it perfectly. This isn't even a great stand to do this on. I don't really have nothing to really hang it on, so I'm just winging it here. I got a couple cracks and stuff. I can go ahead and try to sand those down later on in a little bit when it dries up a little bit more. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to keep it pretty much as it is. I'm gonna go ahead and touch up some more of this stuff and add some more coats. But as you can see, it's not perfect, but we don't need it to be pretty. We need it to work. That's all it is, really. So as long as it works, it's not stupid. So let's see. Hopefully it comes out better once I add some clear coat. Maybe look a little nicer, but I don't care about it being uneven or being thinner in the yellow paint over the orange. Like, I really don't care about that. I just want it to glow in the dark. So that's my main point. So now for the most part that we're pretty much done painting these, I'm actually gonna go ahead and throw my clear coat over these and let them dry for maybe a couple hours. So we'll get back to you once this is done drying and actually show you with the UV light how these look, and hopefully they turn out great. So I already threw like 2 base coats, or I said base coats, but 2 coats of clear coat, and they look nice, but I'm gonna let them dry overnight. Like I said, they're not perfect, but they should glow in the dark. So this is the next day. It's been a whole 24 hours of letting it dry. So I got the Neonic portable black light, rechargeable. See, I think you can actually charge your phone off of here if you wanted to. And it has like 3 different modes. But I'm gonna go ahead and actually turn this on and see if the paint job actually works. So let's get this set off. I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm in my garage because it's daylight right now. So this is the darkest spot I got. I'm gonna turn my light off and then I'm gonna show you with the light on. All right, so now I got them basically set up. They're about, I'll say, a good 10 to 15 feet away. So now let's turn this light on. Hopefully they work. Boom, baby. Sorry, but that's, as you can tell, that's where I was painting at. But look at this. Oh my gosh, this came out a lot better than I expected. Even for a shitty paint job that I did, it's fucking amazing. As you can see, a cheap D.I.Y, so you can do to turn your poles, your regular just garage poles they got laying around, as a good experiment to paint them for some catfishing rods. These came out in person. These are very, very bright. They're very bright. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and put the reels on here and put some line on here, and I'm gonna actually show you like close up how it looks like. I'm gonna show you how piece of a shit paint job I did, but even then it's glowing perfectly. As you can see, I didn't use no painter's tape. I sprayed a lot of coats, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it looks amazing. So now I gotta clean this shit up as well. Oh, look, let's look at the different modes. That's the low light as well. Neonic, look, that's the low light. See, and this is the emergency mode. This is nice. And that's it. That's 3 modes. Yes, sir. I'm just want to show you because this is like the darkest that I can get it. So you can see that this neonic light is really good, but that this paint job is a cheap DIY alternative instead of buying like a Mad Cat rod or the Blazing Cat rods. So let's shine it up. Yeah, you can see how bright this light is too. You can definitely tell it glows compared to the braided. Yes, sir. I should have got a thicker line, so I might have to go back and fix that. But this works perfectly. This works just for what I need it for. Yes, sir. This is another DIY. Thank you for watching, and I hope you go on there and do your own custom upgrades and catch some big catfish or some bass, whatever you're catching out there. Just tight lines, brothers, tight lines.